The debate about Jack Nicklaus being the greatest golfer has been the hottest topic in the golf world for decades. But how great of a golfer was he in his golden years? Was Jack really the greatest of all time? If not, then who is the GOAT of golf? The NFL has quarterback Tom Brady. Soccer has a neck-and-neck between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, while basketball is torn between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Now, what about golf? Some say it's Jack Nicklaus, and others, Tiger Woods. Even Ben Hogan has been up for discussion. But with other players who grace the course leaving enviable records, the golf GOAT debate may be wider than it looks. I have been searching for hours for information regarding this GOAT debate, and I can honestly say that I'm about to put an end to it. In this video, I will show you all the hidden details of what I've discovered. So hang tight. This will definitely be shocking news to you. Everyone has an opinion on determining who is the greatest of all time. Even Jack Nicklaus said he measures the number of championships a player has to determine who really is the greatest.
Well, I always did it by major championships.
Well, that's Jack's opinion. But we'll dive into this topic by examining these players using various factors, starting with their prime. Jack turned pro after astounding amateur displays and college stints. He was also the most formidable amateur of his time. Nicklaus won the Ohio Open at age 16 and clinched his first U.S. amateur at age 19 in 1959. In his third U.S. Open as an amateur, he lost by 2 strokes to Arnold Palmer in 1960. The following year, the Golden Bear became the first amateur to win the U.S. Amateur and NCAA Individual in the same year. Jack's dream was to become a pharmacist, but when he saw prospects in golf, he had to let go of it and turn pro in 1962. At 26, Nicklaus was the youngest player to complete a Grand Slam with his 1966 Open Championship victory before Woods. Tiger, on the other hand, won 3 consecutive U.S. amateur trophies as an amateur, and in 1996, he received the Ben Hogan Award and Haskins Award while at Stanford and won the Jack Nicklaus National Player of the Year Award after winning the individual NCAA championship for that year. Jack was always referred to as the Golden Bear. He turned pro in 1962 and launched the most terrific preliminary years in golf history. He was elected to the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1974. His Open Championship win in 2000 completed his first Grand Slam after just 93 starts on tour. You see, both Tiger and Jack were unbelievable prodigies, but Woods was a better pro youngster. While they both achieved their first Grand Slams within 4 years, Jack did it in 125, while Tiger got his in 93 tournaments. Jack obviously had a great introduction and a longer career, but Woods was highly dominant in his early years. Tiger holds the record for the most consecutive cuts made on the PGA Tour with 142, starting with the 1998 Buick Invitational and stopping at the 2005 EDS Byron Nelson Championship. And Jack's decent run of 105 is not too far behind. Growing up, Tiger was less concerned about becoming the greatest golfer as his focus was to win events and rack up some cash. As he once stated, "When I was growing up, GOAT was a bad thing."
When I was growing up, GOAT was a bad thing. Right?
It's changed.
But guess what, Tiger? All of that has changed. And when I say change, I mean a lot of that. Speaking about change, we've got Ben Hogan, who necessarily didn't put up impressive stats in his prime, but is still regarded as one of the best. Hogan, who started caddying at 11 at Glen Garden Country Club, turned pro 6 months after his 18th birthday at the Texas Open in January 1930. What sets Ben apart from the other 2 golfers we've discussed is that he failed to win his first major until he was 34. Hogan, Nicklaus, Jones, and Woods all won the U.S. Open at ages 21 and 22. Varden, on the other hand, won his first British Open at age 26. During his first 10 years on tour, Ben fought a propensity to snap hook his drives when under pressure. So until he became 28 in 1940, he didn't even win a regular tournament. At that point, though, the man was on fire, winning over 30 regular tour events between 1940 and 1946. But despite 5 top 5s in majors, he could never win the big one. Taking a cue from Tiger Woods, who said that what really separates great sports athletes is their consistency in dominancy while accumulating highlights we'll always make reference to.
Bell is that they're able to do it for a number of years and accumulates highlights that we will always look at.
We'll be taking a look at numbers, and you know what they say, numbers don't lie. With 18 victories from 164 starts, Nicklaus remains undisputed at major championships. He has a higher number of appearances, with 19 runner-up finishes, 56 top 5 finishes, and 73 top 10 finishes. He holds the record for most consecutive appearances at major championships, with 154 from 1957 to 1998. What about Sam Snead? Snead won the Varden Trophy for the lowest scoring average for a record 4 times, 1938, 1949, 1950, and 1955. He was also the PGA leading money winner another 4 times, in 1938, 1949, and 1950. The Slammer, as he was popularly called, was awarded a record 94 gold medallions for wins on the PGA, referred to by most as the PGA of America Tour events, and later credited with winning over 82 PGA Tour events. Tiger is tied with Sam Snead for the most wins on the PGA Tour. Tiger has taken the top prize on 82 occasions from 359 starts. Sam tops the all-time winners list, closely followed by Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus, who competed in 595 tournaments on the PGA Tour and won 73 times. But by winning percentage, Tiger seems to beat Jack. Tiger's 17.2 and 22.8% win in major tournaments and on the tour, respectively, exceeds Jack's 11 and 12.3% win. And if you think this makes a good case for Woods' greatness over the others, then stick around as we consider another area of the GOAT conversation: competition. The only player who seemed to have come from another era is Tiger Woods. Do you think he could have survived in Hogan, Snead, and even Nicklaus's era? Well, the only way to determine that is to measure the level of opposition they came across in their different careers. Many would say Tiger has it worse with the crop of players he's had to deal with. But on the flip side, the training facilities and equipment got a lot better than they were in Jack's time. So that's a solid case for the guys in Jack's era. For the record, there were 14 other winners apart from Nicklaus between his first majors in 1963 to 1986 when he had his last. Whereas Woods had watched 18 other players win at Augusta since 1997 when he won his first Masters. So it's either Arnold Palmer, Tom Watson, Gary Player, Lee Trevino and company who don't measure up to the likes of Phil Mickelson, Jordan Spieth, and Vijay Singh. Or maybe the competition in Jack's era is not as strong as Tiger's, with the rate at which one-time winners have been winning majors every year. However, irrespective of the competition in either era, Jack still believes he's his own toughest competitor.
I said, who is your toughest competitor? I says, it's me.
According to the 83-year-old, all he could do was prepare himself the best he could and give it his all when he played. But how well could golf's greats rise to the occasion at the toughest times? You see, Hogan was the first golfer to win the modern career Grand Slam, meaning he won all 4 majors in his career. Other golfers to accomplish this are Nicklaus, Sarazen, Player, and Woods. This may sound surprising to modern audiences, but Ben Hogan was the first great player who practiced extensively. Keep in mind that prior to the 60s, purses in golf weren't sufficient to pay the bills, so professional players all had regular jobs, and Hogan wasn't left out. So imagine putting up with the pressure and still meeting up professionally. When you examine these players from different angles, you'll realize that not everyone can agree on who the best golfer should be. And just like Jack Nicklaus said, some would say it'll be Tiger, Hogan, or Jones.
It would be Tiger, others would say it would be Hogan, others would say it would be Jones. That's okay.
But who do you think is the greatest golfer ever to grace the golf course? For more intriguing golf content, click these videos showing on your screen right now.